May we now request everyone to please stand for the entrance of the maze with our Honorable Presiding Officer.
The 18th regular session of the 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod is now called to order. We are requesting the Secretary for the roll call.
The attendance for today's regular session: the regular presiding officer, Honorable Eva Lorraine Estabilio, is present. Honorable Leo Di Revita is still out. Honorable Meliton Di Lemos is still out. Honorable Shara Isabel Uy Salazar is present. Honorable Vreni Jem O. Kaasi is present. Honorable Agripino G. Coquilla Jr. is present. Honorable Rex Jasper R. Ala is on sick leave. Honorable Romeo L. Catayas is present. Honorable Catherine S. Elliott is present. Honorable Edmark O. Wakan is present. Honorable Arthur V. Ong Jr. is present. Honorable Datu Eric I. Perez is present. Honorable Roan Angela G. Rillion is present. Honorable Beethoven S. Rubinos is present. Madam President, there are 11 members present. There is a quorum, Madam.
There being a quorum, this session is in order. Let us now proceed to the opening prayer to be led by Honorable Romeo Catayas, followed by the singing of the pambansang awit, panunukpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas, the recitation of the Councilor's Creed, and the singing of the Tagum Mabuhay Ka March.
Let us place ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and to the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with grateful and humble heart as we gather for our 18th regular session. We acknowledge your constant presence among us, and we earnestly ask for your wisdom, guidance, and light in all our deliberations. Bless our leaders and every participant here today. May integrity, compassion, and mutual respect guide our conversations and decisions. Let this session be orderly, meaningful, and fruitful, always directed toward the welfare and betterment of our community. Grant us unity of purpose, clarity of mind, and sincerity of heart, so that the outcomes of this gathering may bring peace, progress, and glory to your holy name. This we pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, helas ang sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng bagaw, ay hinatang tudla, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di maghihinig, luman ang araw ng warhabit pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
The Councilor's Creed. I am a Philippine councilor, mandated by law and enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents, in their pursuit of happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official act, and as I hear the pathways of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart, and shall be true my constituents and the Filipino people.
Sa lupain ng pangako ay may isang paraiso. Ang matatag at matatayog niyang mundo ay sagana sa saging at ginto. Mga bukid niya at mga parang at mga lumpiang balayan. Saang lakuman kung iyong pagmamasdan ito'y larawan ng kasaganahan. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, nasa'yo ang bukas na walang kasing ganda. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, paraisong puno ng pag-asa. Ang lahat niyang nasasakupan, nagmamahal sa kapayapaan, nagkakaisa lahat at nagtutulungan patungo sa miting kaunlaran. Di magtatagal maaabot din lahat ng pinapangarap natin. Kapit kamay lahat ay ating harapin, ang tuktok ay kaya nating abutin. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, nasa'yo ang bukas na walang kasing ganda. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, paraisong puno ng pag-asa. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, nasa'yo ang bukas na walang kasing ganda. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, paraisong puno ng pag-asa. Paraisong puno ng pag-asa.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. Let us now proceed to the reading and consideration of the minutes and journal of proceedings of the 70th regular session on November 10. It is a pleasure, the Committee Chair on Laws, Rules, and Privileges, Attorney Edmar Huacan.
Madam President, considering that each and every member has been furnished with a copy of the minutes dated November 10, 2025, I therefore move to dispense with the reading thereof.
Moved by Councilor Huacan, seconded by Councilors Revita, Eliot, Catayas, and Rubinos. There being no objection, the reading of the full text of the minutes of the 70th excuse me, regular session is hereby dispensed with.
Madam President, I move for the approval of the minutes of the 17th regular session dated November 10, 2025, composing 82 pages.
Moved by Councilor Huacan, seconded by Councilors Coquilla, Eliot, Rubinos, and Uy Salazar. Is there any discussion, amendments, objection? There being none, therefore, the minutes of the 70th regular session of the 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod held on November 10, 2025, consisting of 82 pages, is hereby adopted without any amendments. Proceed.
For the journal, Madam President, I move to dispense with the reading of the journal of the 70th regular session dated November 10, 2025.
Moved by Councilor Huacan, seconded by Councilors Revita, Rillion, and Rubinos. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for the approval of the journal of the 17th regular session dated November 10, 2025, consisting of 41 pages, Madam President.
Moved by Councilor Huacan, seconded by Councilors Rubinos, Ong, Rillion, Uy Salazar, and Kaasi. Is there any discussion? Amendment, objection, there being none. Therefore, the Therefore, the Journal of Proceedings of the 17th regular session, consisting of 41 pages, held on November 10, 2025 at the SP Session Hall, is hereby adopted. Let us now proceed to the next order of business, the privilege hour. Any member who would like to avail of the privilege hour? There being none, let's proceed to the question hour. And it seems that we do not have invited guests. Let us now proceed to the reading and referral of proposed measures.
So, Madam President, for our measures on first reading, items under ordinances, we have draft City Ordinance number 97, an ordinance institutionalizing the Doctor is in Your House program in the City of Tagum, appropriating funds thereof. Author is Councilor Shara Isabel Uy Salazar.
Draft City Ordinance number 97 is referred to the Committee on Health and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
Number 2, draft City Ordinance number 98, an ordinance institutionalizing the Balik Sigla program of the City Government of Tagum, providing free home-based rehabilitation management and therapy services, and appropriating funds therefore. Author is Councilor Shara Isabel Uy Salazar.
Draft City Ordinance number 98 is referred to the Committee on Health and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
Under resolutions, we have resolution number 285, a resolution congratulating Gwendolyn Jolina Luardo, a graduate of Davao del Norte State College, for ranking top 7 in the October 2025 Fisheries Professional Licensure Examination. Author is Councilor Rex Jasper Aala.
Resolution number 285 is referred to the Committee on Gender and Development, Children, Family Welfare, and Social Services.
Under letters and communications, number 1, letter dated November 10, coming from Honorable Teresita S. Agatep, the Punong Barangay of Pagsabangan, pertaining to the annual budget for 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Pagsabangan in the amount of 10,869,716 pesos only.
Item number 1 is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, and Barangay Affairs.
Number 2, letter dated November 6, coming from Honorable Teresita S. Agatep, Punong Barangay of Pagsabangan. This pertains to the supplemental budget for calendar year 2025 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Pagsabangan in the amount of 28,525 pesos and 98 centavos.
Item number 2 is referred to the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget, and Appropriations.
Number 3, letter dated October 24, coming from Honorable Joel C. Banani, the Punong Barangay of Busaon. This pertains to supplemental budget number 2 for calendar year 2025 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Busaon in the amount of 44,700 pesos.
Item number 3 is referred to the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget, and Appropriations.
Number 4, letter dated November 4, coming from Honorable Patrick V. Aquino, SK Chairperson of Barangay Libuganon. This pertains to the annual budget for calendar year 2026 of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Busaon in the amount of 739,600 pesos.
Item number 4 is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, and Barangay Affairs. And Youth and Sports Development.
Item number 5, Madam Chair, is this letter dated November 6, coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy, pertaining to a draft resolution entitled the Resolution authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy to sign for and in behalf of the City Government of Tagum the deed of donation executed by the Office of the President covering the amount of 3 million pesos.
Item number 5 is referred to the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction Management, Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
Number 6, letter dated October 29, coming from Honorable Leodel G. Limsan, SK Chairperson of Barangay San Agustin, pertaining to the annual budget for fiscal year 2026 of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay San Agustin in the amount of 594,400 pesos.
Item number 7 is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, and Barangay Affairs. And Youth and Sports Development.
Number 7, Madam President, is this letter dated October 29, coming from Honorable Catherine D. Ballesteros, the Punong Barangay of Libuganon. This pertains to the annual budget for calendar year 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Libuganon in the amount of 7,396,000 pesos.
Item number 7 is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Barangay Affairs.
Number 8, letter dated November 10, coming from Honorable Valence B. Palaruan, SK Chairperson of Barangay Apocon, pertaining to the supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2025 of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Apocon in the amount of 1,996,557 pesos and 17 centavos.
Item number 8 is referred to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Finance, Budget and Appropriation, and Barangay Affairs.
Number 9, Madam President, letter dated November 5, coming from the Honorable Ray T. Uy, our City Mayor. This pertains to the Memorandum of Agreement with the Land Bank of the Philippines for the renewal of the automated teller machine installed at Tagum City Hall.
Item number 9 is referred to the Committee on Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
Number 10, letter dated November 6, coming from Honorable Philadelphia de Castillo, the Punong Barangay of San Isidro, pertaining to the supplemental budget number 2 for calendar year 2025 of the Sangguniang Barangay of San Isidro in the amount of 222,150 pesos.
Item number 10 is referred to the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget and Appropriations.
Number 11, letter dated November 10 from Honorable Rosalie A. Adig, the Punong Barangay of Kanukutan, pertaining to supplemental budget number 2 for calendar year 2025 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Kanukutan in the amount of 637,100 pesos.
Item number 11 is referred to the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget and Appropriations.
Item number 12, letter dated November 13, coming from Honorable Valence B. Palaroan, SK Chairperson of Barangay Apocon, pertaining to the annual budget for fiscal year 2026 of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Apocon in the amount of 5,360,000 pesos.
Item number 12 is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, Youth and Sports Development and Barangay Affairs.
Number 13, letter dated November 12, coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy. This pertains to the request for a passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to sign the Memorandum of Agreement between and among the City Government of Tagum, grantee, and the parent or guardian as provided under Section 4 of City Ordinance Number 1014 Series of 2022, otherwise known as the Expanded City Educational Scholarship Program or ESESPRO, as amended by City Ordinance Number 1050 Series of 2024.
Item number 13 is referred to the Committee on Education and Laws, Rules and Privileges.
Item number 14, letter dated November 13, coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy, pertaining to a draft resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into and sign for and in behalf of the City Government of Tagum the Memorandum of Agreement with ACES Tagum College Incorporated relative to the implementation of a student internship program.
Item number 14 is referred to the Committee on Education and Laws, Rules, Regulations and Privileges.
Number 15, letter dated November 12, 2025, coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy, pertaining to the request to authorize the City Mayor to enter into and sign for and in behalf of the City Government of Tagum the amended Memorandum of Agreement with the Department of Tourism and the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority or TIEZA for the Tourism Champions Challenge.
Item number 15 is referred to the Committee on Tourism, Sisterhood Ties and International Relations, and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
Number 16, letter dated November 12, coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy. This pertains to a draft deed of donation of road right-of-way located at Barangay Mangkilam and Barangay San Miguel to be executed by the following donors in favor of the City Government of Tagum, to wit, letter A, Arsenia G. Pascual, and letter B, Maria Lourdes V. Lopez Galang.
Item number 16 is referred to the Committee on Housing and Land Utilization and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
And for the last item, we have this letter dated November 13, coming from Honorable Edgardo L. Acaso, Punong Barangay of New Balamban, pertaining to the annual budget for 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of New Balamban in the amount of 5,653,000 pesos.
Item number 17 is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation and Barangay Affairs. Let us now proceed to the next order of business, the committee reports. First to report, Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget and Appropriations.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Joint Committee Report Number 8, Series of 2025, submitted by Committee on Barangay Affairs and Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, dated November 12, 2025, with the subject matter: Supplemental Budget Number 4 for Calendar Year 2025 of Sangguniang Barangay of Pagsabangan in the amount of 244,322 pesos for appropriate action. Considering that all members present has a copy of this committee report, I move to dispense the reading of the full text of the said committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by our ABC President, Honorable Betubin Rubinos, seconded by Councilors Uy Salazar, Rillion, and Revita. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is hereby dispensed with.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for its adoption.
Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Joint Committee Report Number 8, submitted by the Joint Committees on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget and Appropriations, is hereby adopted. Next, Committee Report, Committee on Finance, Special Bodies and Cooperatives. Councilor Attorney Edmar Wakan.
Thank you, Madam President. This is on behalf of the Committee on Special Bodies and Cooperatives. This pertains to Committee Report Number 3, Series of 2025. This pertains to letter dated November 4, 2025, Ray City Mayor, addressed to the honorable members of the Sangguniang through Honorable Eva Lorraine E. Estabilio, City Vice Mayor, by the Office Secretary to the Sangguniang on November 6, 2025, the hearing application for accreditation of various civil society organization or CSOs in the city of Tagum for appropriate action for the following: Rotary Club of Tagum Golden Laces, the Apocon Homeowners Association, Photography Services Speculator Development Workers Association. Number 4, Casilak Development Foundation Incorporated, Tagum City Federation of Senior Citizens. Number 6 is Magdum Single Drivers Association. And lastly, Panabo Multipurpose Cooperative. Madam President, considering that each and every member has been furnished with a copy of this Committee Report Number 3, Series of 2025, I therefore move to dispense with the reading of the full text of the Committee Report.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, duly seconded by Councilors Rillion, Uy Salazar, Tatayas, Revita, and Iliot. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
Madam President, I therefore move for its adoption.
Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, from the chair, who is the committee chairperson of the Committee on Special Bodies?
The committee is chaired by Lord Rex Jasper Aala, Madam President.
Because I think there are two committee chairpersons reflected on the committee report. So, Councilor Edmar Wakat, kindly correct your
May I know, Madam President, on which part?
the first page. Those present, Councilor Rex Jasper Aala, then Councilor Leo Revita, then Councilor Edmar Wakan, chairperson.
Okay. Okay. We'll move to amend the as stated, the chairperson as being a member of Committee on Special Bodies and Cooperative, Madam President.
Very well. So, moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilors Revita, Catayas, Uy Salazar, and Rillion. There being no objection, that amendment is hereby approved. Back to the main motion, is there any objection? There being none, therefore, committee report number 3 submitted by the committee on special bodies is hereby adopted with one amendment. Next committee report, Councilor Coquilla is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. On behalf of the members of the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation and the Committee on Barangay Affairs, allow me to present this Joint Committee Report number 4, Series 2025. This was conducted last November 12, 2025, with the subject matter. This is in relation to the annual budget for calendar year 2026 of Sangguniang Barangay of Barangay San Agustin, amounting to 5,944,000 pesos only. And considering that all members of this 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod as a copy of this Joint Committee Report number 4, Series 2025, I therefore move to dispense the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Catayas. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move, Madam Presiding Officer, for its adoption.
Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Joint Committee Report number 4 submitted by the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations and Barangay Affairs is hereby adopted. Next committee
Another,
report.
Madam Presiding Officer, and again, for and on behalf of the members of the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, allow me to present this Committee Report number 8, Series of 2025. This was conducted last November 12, 2025 at 11:50 in the morning. And the subject matter for this, as covered by this Committee Report number 8, is the endorsement from the local Chief Executive relating the local expenditure plan of calendar year 2026, the proposed annual general fund budget of the City of Tagum, Davao del Norte, involving the total appropriation of 2,565,000,000 pesos. Considering, Madam Presiding Officer, that all members of this 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod as a copy or were furnished with a copy of this Committee Report number 8, Series 2025, I therefore move to dispense the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, duly seconded by Councilors Catayas and Rubinos, also Revita. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move, Madam Chair, for its adoption.
Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Committee Report number 8, submitted by the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation is hereby adopted. Summer Committee Reports. There being none, let us now proceed to the calendar of business. Councilor Wakan is recognized.
Madam President, I move for the approval of the foregoing calendar of business as stated in the notice of 18th regular session dated November 17, 2025.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, duly seconded by Councilor Revita, Catayas, Iliot, and Ong. Is there any discussion, any amendment to the calendar of business? Councilor Coquilla.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As recommended by the Joint Committee, the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, allow me to move. May I know from the good secretary the number for resolution?
Madam Chair, that would be resolution number 289.
Thank you. I move for inclusion under unassigned business, draft resolution number 289, Series 2025, with the title, A Resolution Confirming the Annual Budget for Calendar Year 2026 of Barangay San Agustin, Tagum City, amounting to 5,944,000 pesos only. I so move for its inclusion.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, duly seconded by Councilors Rubinos and Catayas and Revita. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, resolution number 289 is included under unassigned business.
For another piece of legislation, Madam Chair, may we know from the Secretary for the number of appropriation ordinance?
That would be appropriation ordinance number 05. So.
Thank you. I move for inclusion under unassigned business as recommended by the Committee on Finance. Appropriation Ordinance Number 5, Series 2026, with 2025 rather. With the title, an ordinance appropriating the amount of 2,565,000,000 pesos only from the general fund for the operation of the City of Tagum, Davao del Norte from January 1, 2026 to December 31, 2026 and for other purposes. I so move for its inclusion.
For inclusion, appropriation ordinance number 5, seconded by Councilor Ong and Catayas. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, appropriation ordinance number 5 is included under unassigned business. Some more inclusions. Councilor Wakan.
Madam President, I'm for inclusion is Resolution 290 Series 2025, a resolution approving the application for accreditation of Rotary Club of Tagum Golden Laces as a civil society organization.
Moved by Councilor Wakan for inclusion, resolution number 290. Seconded by Councilors Villion and Catayas, also all. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, resolution number 290 is included under unassigned business.
Also for inclusion, Madam President, is Resolution number 291 Series of 2025, a resolution approving the application for accreditation of Photography Services Speculator Development Workers Association as a civil society organization.
Moved by Councilor Wakan for inclusion, resolution number 291. Seconded by Councilor Catayas, Rillion, and Kaasi. There being no objection, therefore, resolution number 291 is included under unassigned business.
Madam President, I move for inclusion, Resolution number 292, Series of 2025, a resolution approving the application for accreditation of Casilak Development Foundation Incorporated as a civil society organization.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilor Rillion and Catayas. There being no objection, therefore, resolution number 292 is included under unassigned business.
For inclusion under unassigned business, Madam President, Resolution number 293, Series of 2025, resolution approving the application for accreditation of Tagum City Federation of Seniors Citizens Association Incorporated as a civil society organization.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilor Catayas and Rillion. There be no objection. Therefore, resolution number 293 is included under unassigned business.
For inclusion, Madam President, Resolution number 294, Series of 2025, a resolution recognizing Magdum Single Drivers Association Incorporated as a civil society organization.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilors Rillion and Catayas and Revita. There be no objection, therefore resolution number 294 is included under unassigned business.
For inclusion, Madam President, is Resolution number 295, a resolution approving the application for accreditation of Panabo Multipurpose Cooperative as a civil society organization.
Moved by Councilor Wakan for inclusion, resolution number 295, seconded by Councilors Catayas and Rillion. There being no objection, therefore, resolution number 295 is included under unassigned business. Some more inclusions from, yes, our ABC President, Vito Vin Rubinos, is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Amendments for inclusion under unassigned business. Resolution number 296. A resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 4, series of 2025 of the Sangguniang Barangay o Pagsabangan, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I so move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, second by Councilors Catayas and Rillion. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 296 is included under unassigned business. Some more inclusions. There being none, back to the main motion as amended 9 times. Is there any objection? There being none, therefore, the calendar of business as amended 9 times is hereby adopted. Let us now proceed to the first item under unassigned business.
Madam President, the first item under assigned business is Resolution number 289, a resolution confirming the annual budget for calendar year 2026 of Barangay San Agustin, Tagum City, amounting to 5,944,000 pesos only.
Yes, Councilor Coquilla.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As attached to the Joint Committee Report number 4, Series 2025, with a recommendation for presentation for this afternoon session, and considering that the copy of the draft resolution number 289, Series 2025, were furnished with the members of the 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod, I therefore move to dispense the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Rillion, Catayas, and Eliot. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is hereby adopted.
I move, Madam Chair, for approval for second reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla for the approval and second reading, seconded by Councilors Catayas, Revita, and Rillion. Is there any discussion?
Just for a quick presentation, Madam Chair, that this particular draft resolution talks about covers the annual budget of Barangay San Agustin, Tagum City, amounting to 5,944,000 pesos. And during the committee hearing, it was thoroughly presented by no less than the Punong Barangay Rolly L. Mones, one of their barangay kagawad in a person of Honorable Carolina A. Goli, and it was also some items were presented by their barangay treasurer Jorani Salnigi, and of course with the support and presence of the city budget officer Mr. Arnold Asoy, that evaluated the full details of the budget of Barangay San Agustin. And on that particular discussion, there was presentation as to the purpose, object of the budget of Barangay San Agustin. So, for which they have all complied with the requirements set forth under the DBM requirements and other requirements as to the preparation of the annual budget. So with this, Madam Chair, I am again soliciting support from the members of the Council for their positive response for the confirmation of the annual budget of Barangay San Agustin. Thank you.
Thank you for that information. Proceed to the amendments.
And Madam Chair, if there are no other amendments, I move, Madam Chair, for the general, if there are some refinements, I move that this draft resolution number 289 be subjected to form and style. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Rillion, Catayas, and Kaasi. There being no objection, therefore, resolution number 289 shall be subjected to form and style.
I move, Madam Chair, that all members of this 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod physically present be co-proponent of this resolution.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Rillion and Catayas. There being no objection, therefore, all members physically present shall be co-proponents of resolution number 289.
I move finally, Madam Chair, that this be approved for second and final reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Catayas, Rillion, Uy Salazar, and Revita. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Perez, Councilor Catayas, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Eliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members present are in favor.
All members present being in favor, therefore resolution number 289 is approved and second and final reading. Next item.
Next item is Appropriation Ordinance number 5, an ordinance appropriating the amount of 2,565,000,000 pesos only from the general fund for the operation of the City of Tagum, Davao del Norte, from January 1, 2026 to December 31, 2026 and for other purposes.
Councilor Coquilla is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For and on behalf of the members of the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, may I respectfully present this annual budget of the City of Tagum as covered by this Appropriation Ordinance number 05 Series 2025. Inasmuch as all members of this 10 Sangguniang Panglungsod as a copy of this annual appropriation ordinance number 05 series 2025. I therefore move to dispense the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, duly seconded by Councilors Catayas and Rubinos. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move, Madam Chair, for approval for second reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Catayas. Is there any discussion?
For the presentation, Madam Chair, to the listening public and to all Tagumeños that are again monitoring the proceedings of this 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod through this 18th regular session. The committee is presenting to the plenary the full details of the appropriation ordinance of the City of Tagum that will cover the budget amounting to 2,565,000,000 pesos. Again, Madam Chair, as a brief backgrounder, that the sources of fund for this particular budget comes from the general fund proper revenue, and this general fund proper revenue composed of the tax revenue. That is amounting to 594,710,000, and this came from the sources or income from the City of Tagum. And again, we are also thankful that Tagum City has a share from the national government through the national tax allotment amounting to 1,671,762,000 pesos, and this is more or less 65%, if I'm not mistaken, through the presentation of the summary. On the summary, Madam Chair, if the members would like to know on the distribution of income or sources of fund from the city, so the tax allotment is to the tune of 65.18%. And for economic enterprise, because of the efficient execution on the programs for our economic enterprise, we collected an amount of 120,456,000 pesos, comprising of from the market division 63,690,000, for trade center and ambulant enterprises division 17,832,000 pesos, for the terminal division collected an amount for those that enjoy the services and or the facility of the City of Tagum through the terminal of the City of Tagum. For the terminal fee, this is accumulated. The accumulated amount is 21,060,000 pesos. From the slaughterhouse division, there's a collection of 12,184,000 pesos. For the cemetery services, 5,690,000 pesos. All in all, the collection is we collected above, more than what we expected, targeted for the month of until the month of December. So the total amount of collection is 120,456,000 pesos. So by this way, Madam Chair, Tagum City is dependent on the national tax allotment that constitutes more than 50%. That is 65.18%. Though we rely much of our budget from the national tax allotment, but still we are innovating. The city of Tagum is innovating in the operation of our economic enterprises of the city of Tagum. So, all in all, Madam Presiding Officer, from the general fund proper revenue and the economic enterprises revenue, the total matches with our annual budget, amounting to 2,565,000,000 pesos only. And again, Madam Chair, on the presentation of the object of expenditure, so again, Madam Chair, under the in generality, to have a general picture on the distribution by sector of how Tagum City will have to again implement plans, programs, and activities. For the general public services, we appropriated budget of 43.63%. And for the aid of barangay, we appropriated an amount comprising of 0.19%. For miscellaneous personal benefit fund, 1.87%. For our debt servicing, so the debt servicing cap is 20%, but we are far below the debt servicing cap. Our budget to pay for our obligations for the availment of the support from the bank through loan, we appropriated about 12.80%. On the other hand, the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, we appropriated an amount that is in percentage 5.9%. For social services, 7.90%, and for economic services, 27.71%. This is the presentation for the general expenditures of the annual budget of the city of Tagum. Again, Madam Chair, all these items that are within the different sectors were thoroughly deliberated during the planning session from the City Planning Development Office in a consultative manner through a series of meetings with the stakeholders. And on the process for the committee took about, or the committee through its series of committee hearings. The committee started its committee hearing last October 9, October 16, October 22, October 23, and October 24, 2025. All the deliberations, Madam Chair, were duly covered by the minutes of the committee hearing. And again, Madam Presiding Officer, there were again discussions on the fund utilization report. Generally, Madam Chair, we are compliant with the SGLG law, which states that every LGU must maximize its expenditures so that services to its constituencies will be again we will be responsive to the needs of the community or for every Tagumeño. So generally we are, as of September, during the reporting period, Madam Chair, as of September, we are at the 83% on its expenditures. And as of October, increases its expenditures to 92%. We are now on the level of 90% expenditures. We expect that for the closure of our books this coming December 7 and or December 15, we will be determining how much is how how the city implemented the programs for the different sectors of the city of Tagum. In details, Madam Chair, all items were on the submitted object of expenditures, or our NEP, the local, we call it the local expenditure program, or LEP, of the city of Tagum. And again, every member is enjoined to again scrutinize the budget, and as a function of the Sangguniang, one among the functions of the Sangguniang is our oversight function. So we can again raise some questions. We can raise also other concerns to the appropriate department of the city of Tagum in the event that the execution of the budget is below of what we expected. And as the chairperson committee on finance, we are again in every item of the budget, and the members of the committee on finance also on every items of the budget, we scrutinize all the details of the budget. Madam Presiding Officer, and this is again the life of the city of Tagum for 2026. I am again calling support from the members of the Sangguniang for the early passage of this appropriation ordinance, so that by comes January 1, the executive department can finally execute plans, programs, and activities. Though the initial executions as to documentary requirements and delineation of the different infrastructure projects of the city of Tagum, it was already on process by the respective departments, so that by comes January, Tagum City is ready to implement plans, programs, and activities for Tagumeño. So again, finally, may I solicit support from the members of the 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod for the passage of this appropriation ordinance number 5. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that, Councilor Coquilla. Is there any interpellations? If there is none, proceed to the amendments.
And on the amendment, it's a minor amendment, Madam Chair, on series. I move that this would be finally be appropriation ordinance number 5 series of 2025. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Catayas, Rubinos Eliot, and Luis Salazar. There being no objection, that amendment is hereby approved. Therefore, the title will now be Appropriation Ordinance Number 5, Series of 2025.
I move, Madam Chair, because there are many stipulations or stipulations under to cover the appropriation ordinance. I move that the Secretary to the Sangguniang is authorized to review spellings and everything, content of, and not to, again, to change the substance of the ordinance. I move, Madam Chair, finally, that this would be subject to form and style as we move. form and style.
This be subject to form and style, but only as to clerical errors and not affect the the substance of the ordinance. Any second? Seconded by Councilors Uy Salazar, Dato Eric Perez, Councilor Wacan, Councilors Rillion, and Kaasi. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, this appropriation ordinance number 5, series of 2025 shall be subject to form and style.
I move, Madam Chair, that all members of this 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod be co-proponent of this appropriation ordinance. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, second by Councilor Catayas, Eliot, Rubinos, and Ong. There being no objection, therefore all members physically present shall be co-proponents of appropriation ordinance number 5.
I move, Madam Chair, that this appropriation ordinance number 5 shall observe the 3 reading principle, and this will be approved only for second reading, and this would be finally be presented on the 19th regular session for third reading. I so move, Madam Chair.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, second by Councilor Rillion and Catayas. So there was a discussion, amendments, and if there is no objection, then appropriation ordinance number 5, series of 2025 is approved on second reading only. Next item.
Next item is resolution number 290, a resolution approving the application for accreditation of Rotary Club of Tagum Golden Laces as a civil society organization.
Councilor Wacan is recognized.
Madam President, considering that resolutions number 290, 291, resolutions 292, 293, 294, and 295 are similar in nature, may I move that this be subjected for omnibus action and discussion.
Please proceed, Councilor Wacan.
Madam President, considering that each and every member has been furnished with a copy of these resolutions number 290, 291, 292, 293, 294, and 295, I therefore move to dispense with the reading of the full text of the foregoing resolutions.
Moved by Councilor Wacan, second by Councilors Coquilla, Dato Eric Perez, Councilor Catayas, and Uy Salazar. There being no objection, these resolutions, the reading of the full text of these resolutions are dispensed with.
Madam President, I move for the approval on second reading on the foregoing resolutions number 290 to 295.
Moved by Councilor Wacan, duly seconded by Councilor Catayas, that this be approved on second reading. Is there any discussion?
For discussion, Madam President, during committee, the foregoing associations appeared, but out of 7, only 6 appeared and subjected for deliberations on their applications, and they all presented community-based activities favorable to the city government of Tagum.
Okay, so proceed to the amendment.
For amendment, Madam President, subject to form and style, I move that all members present be made as co-proponents of resolutions number 290 to 295.
Moved by Councilor Wacan that all members physically present be co-proponents, seconded by Councilors Coquilla, Dato Eric Perez. If there is no objection, therefore, all members physically present shall be co-proponents of these resolutions.
Madam President, I move for the omnibus approval for second and final reading resolutions number 290, resolution number 291, 292, 293, 294, and 295, all series of 2025.
Moved by Councilor Wacan, seconded by Councilor Catayas. So, those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Perez, Councilor Catayas, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Eliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wacan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members present are in favor.
All members present being in favor, therefore, resolution numbers 290, 291, 292, 293, 294, and 295 are approved on second and final reading. Last item.
Last item is resolution number 296, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 4, series of 2025 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Pagsabangan, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval.
Our Liga ng Barangay President, Honorable Vito Ben Lubinos, is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Since all members were already given a copy of resolution number 296, I move to dispense with its reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilors Catayas and Rillion. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for its approval on second reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilors Rillion. Is there any discussion?
Discussion, Madam Presiding Officer, that the Office of the City Budget to Ms. Karen A. Hintiles, CPA, the City Budget Officer, has caused the necessary review and evaluation through their letter and certification stating, among others, that the Barangay Supplemental Budget for calendar year 2025 of Barangay Pagsabangan had complied with the provisions of RA 7160 and other budget circulars. And during the committee meeting last November 12, 2025, the members of the committee recommended that the supplemental budget of Barangay Pagsabangan be approved for second and final reading.
Very well, proceed to the amendments.
Amendments, Madam Presiding Officer, that all members present be co-proponents.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Dato Eric Perez, Councilors Uy, Salazar, and Rillion. If there being no objection, therefore all members physically present shall be co-proponents of resolution number 296.
I move that this be approved for second and final reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Move that this be approved on second and final reading, seconded by Councilor Rillion and Gatayas. So those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Perez, Councilor Catayas, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members physically present are in favor.
All members physically present being in favor, therefore, resolution number 296 is approved on second and final reading. Announcements. Councilor Coquilla.
The officers of Davao del Norte, this is for on behalf of the president of the PCL. There will be a regional forum for all officers within the region, Region 11, Davao Region, comes November 19 and 20 in Cagayan de Oro City. So, again, may I request that the committees under the Committee on Finance be scheduled on the 21st of November in the morning. So, may I request the Secretary to the Sangguniang appropriate notices be provided to members of the Committee on Finance. Thank you.
Summer announcements, yes, Councilor Attorney.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The PCL will have a year-end evaluation and party is coming December 4. The venue will be announced later. There is a program there where all the councilors is required to participate in a dance contest. Of course, to be led by Kaloy Catayas. Not less than 8 participants in every LGU. So big prizes awaits for the winner. So yeah, di names lang dili na bahala na as you wish kung unsa inyong suoton okay ra. There is also certain criteria, but the program proper sa attire okay lang. Ikaw Kaloy ang kuan chairman sa dance contest. Kay ready na ang uban mga LGU, kita ray dili nga. Of course, the vice mayor is kasayaw pod ang sa Duhali ang ilang leader sa ilang sayaw, ang vice mayor gud mismo. So dapat sa ato pod. So kana lang no. Yeah. We have also, as announced by Engineer Coquilla, Consul Coquilla, we have a official activity, PCL activity in Cagayan, where there is a regional election for regional officers. So yours truly is a candidate for regional president. If you have some friends out there in the Oro, Oriental, of course, John Coquilla is also the Secretary General candidate. Of course, others also. Maybe Uloy is also a candidate, maybe for the board, because we need Chowking and Jollibee there. Of course, Leo also. We will wait. Pag may na si Leo kay Amot permanente. So far kadto lang. But this coming Saturday, 2022, PCL has also an appear fundraising activity. Totoo sabot. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for
Additional, ang mga tayo lang ko ha. About yan ko, nakatong sa dance contest, ang prize pila man. Dito, kapoy man o gamay o premium dito, mga pilo.
10,000 pa man to. 10,000.
So, ang criteria, ihatag sa mga daan kay parang kabalumi kung sa among buhaton. Dili man, dili man tapi di pataka o wala nag-base sa criteria. Kadang-kadang kung napilang mga contest, criteria yung importante. Para matuhog na mo ba, no? So, wagon yun ato. Kay, take advantage yun ato kay, karon panahon na kita yun ang city o municipality nga daghang batanon nga city councilors. Dari sa tiguan nga sila, pindi na to sila. Ito. Ha? 8 ang minimum, maximum of 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Pwede ka apil. Doy, minimum, ataas. Sige, katulang.
Sige.
Bitaw, di ba pwede ko yung criteria yung apil ta?
Okay. Basta si Councilor Tatayas ang in charge sa sayaw. Okay, some more announcements. There being none, and if there is no objection from the floor, the chair will now declare the adjournment of session. There being no objection, session is now adjourned.